Level 1. The harmless irritants. At the very bottom are venoms that are more annoying than dangerous. These venoms don't exist to kill or incapacitate large animals like us. They're usually meant to deter predators just long enough for the creature to escape. Take the common ant. Many species release formic acid through a sting or bite. To a human, it's a brief burning or itching sensation, maybe some redness, but it fades quickly. The same goes for certain caterpillars, which have tiny venomous spines that break off in your skin. You'll feel a bit of itching, maybe a rash, but it's nothing serious. This level is nature's chemical slap on the wrist. It's like a mosquito bite. It makes you scratch, it makes you notice, but it's not going to land you in a hospital. Level 2. Painful but manageable stings. Now we step up into venoms that actually hurt, though they're rarely life-threatening. Bees, wasps, and hornets dominate this level. Their venoms contain compounds such as melittin, which breaks down cell membranes, and hyaluronidase, which helps spread the venom through tissue. That's why bee stings swell and burn so badly. For most people, a bee sting is a nuisance. You ice it, maybe pop an antihistamine, and move on. But there's a catch. If you're allergic, your immune system can go into overdrive. This reaction, called anaphylaxis, can make your throat swell shut and stop you from breathing. In that case, even a small amount of venom can be life-threatening. Fire ants also live in this category. Their venom delivers an immediate burning pain, followed by pus-filled blisters that last for days. It won't kill a healthy adult, but it's enough to keep you from sitting comfortably or forget about sleeping for quite a while. So level 2 isn't about death. It's about pain, swelling, sometimes terrifying allergic reactions. Level 3, the extreme pain dealers. Here's where things get downright nasty. These venoms aren't usually deadly, but the pain they inflict is legendary. The best-known example is the bullet ant from Central and South America. Its sting is ranked as the most painful insect sting in the world, often compared to being shot, hence the name. Victims describe it as waves of burning, throbbing pain that last up to 24 hours. Then there's the tarantula hawk wasp, a giant wasp with bright orange wings. Its sting isn't fatal, but the pain is so intense that people often collapse, unable to do anything except wait it out. Luckily, the pain only lasts a few minutes, but those minutes feel like eternity. At this stage, venom is a psychological weapon as much as a physical one. It doesn't need to kill you. It just needs to make you never want to mess with that animal again. Level 4. The medically significant venoms. Level 4 is where venom becomes a true medical emergency. We're talking about creatures whose stings or bites can cause serious systemic effects, shutting down muscles, affecting breathing, or wreaking havoc on the nervous system. The Arizona bark scorpion, for instance, delivers venom that can cause severe pain, numbness, muscle spasms, and even breathing problems. In healthy adults, death is rare, but in children or the elderly, it can be fatal without antivenom. Australia's Sydney funnel-web spider is another infamous member of this level. Its venom can overstimulate the human nervous system, leading to uncontrollable twitching, heavy sweating, nausea, and in severe cases, death. Before the development of an effective antivenom in the 1980s, funnel-web bites were highly feared in Australia. So at this level, you don't just get pain, you get life-threatening symptoms that require medical intervention. Level 5. The deadly snakes begin. When we hit level 5, we enter the realm of snakes, some of the deadliest animals on Earth. Their venoms aren't just painful, they're engineered to kill. Take the Indian cobra. Its venom is neurotoxic, which means it attacks the nervous system. Victims can experience paralysis, slurred speech, and eventually respiratory failure as the diaphragm shuts down. Without treatment, death can come quickly. Rattlesnakes, on the other hand, use hemotoxic venom. Instead of shutting down the nervous system, their venom destroys blood cells and damages tissue. Victims can experience massive swelling, internal bleeding, and sometimes permanent loss of tissue in the affected area. Even if you survive, you might not leave the hospital with all your fingers or toes. At this stage, venom is fully capable of killing, but survival is possible with fast medical care. 6. The world's most dangerous snakes. If level 5 snakes are dangerous, level 6 snakes are the super weapons. These are the snakes whose venom is so potent that even a tiny dose can kill. The inland taipan, also called the fierce snake, has the most toxic venom of any snake ever recorded. A single bite contains enough venom to kill more than 100 humans. Fortunately, it's shy, reclusive, and rarely encounters people. The black mamba of Africa, by contrast, is both highly venomous and highly aggressive. It can move at speeds of up to 12 miles per hour, and its venom contains a cocktail of neurotoxins that can kill a human in under 6 hours without antivenom. Farmers and villagers in parts of Africa fear this snake more than almost any other animal. This is the point where snakes stop being just dangerous animals and become apex predators with biochemical weapons strong enough to wipe out entire communities, if not for modern medicine. Level 7. The Marine Killers. Now we leave the land behind and dive into the oceans, where venom becomes even more horrifying. The box jellyfish found in Australian waters is one of the deadliest creatures alive. Its tentacles are loaded with millions of tiny harpoons that fire venom into anything they touch. The venom attacks the heart, nervous system, and skin cells all at once. Victims describe the pain as burning flesh alive. In severe cases, cardiac arrest can occur in just a few minutes. Then there's the cone snail. This small, pretty shell hides a deadly secret. A harpoon-like tooth that injects venom powerful enough to paralyze a human within minutes. There is no antivenom and treatment is purely supportive. And don't forget the blue-ringed octopus. Despite being only the size of a golf ball, it carries enough venom to kill 26 adults. The bite is often painless at first, but soon paralysis sets in, and without artificial respiration, the victim suffocates. These animals prove that in the ocean, size doesn't matter. So the smallest creatures pack the deadliest venom. Level 8. Exotic but lethal venoms. Finally, at the top of the scale are creatures that may not be as famous as snakes or jellyfish, but deliver some of the most lethal venoms ever discovered. Take the stonefish, for example. It looks like a rock sitting on the seafloor, perfectly camouflaged. But step on it, and its spines inject venom that causes excruciating pain, tissue death, and potentially death by shock or cardiac failure. Victims have described the pain as so unbearable that they beg doctors to amputate the limb. There's also the Irukandji jellyfish, a tiny jellyfish the size of your fingernail. Its sting doesn't kill instantly, but it causes a condition called Irukandji syndrome, agonizing cramps, vomiting, skyrocketing blood pressure, and in some cases, brain hemorrhages. These venoms show that nature's chemical weapons don't need size, speed, or strength to be effective. All they need is the right molecular cocktail. Putting it all into perspective, when you look across the full spectrum, venom tells an incredible story. At one end, you have ants and caterpillars that barely make you itch. In the middle, creatures like scorpions, cobras, and rattlesnakes whose venoms are powerful enough to kill, but survivable with treatment. And at the very top, the box jellyfish, comb snail, and stonefish. Animals so toxic they can end a human life in minutes. Venom isn't just about killing, though. Sometimes it's about pain. Sometimes it's about defense. Sometimes it's about hunting efficiency. And sometimes it's just about scaring predators away. But one thing is certain. Venom is one of nature's most effective survival tools, and it demands respect at every level.